Hello and welcome back to DeKalb High School, home of the Barons. We're so happy to have you with us. We're so happy to have you with us at this exciting DeKalb basketball game. Deep into the first quarter, the Barons are up 10-7 against the Raiders. They're doing well to hold them here, and the Raiders currently have control possession right now. Now, Romeo, what are your thoughts going into this game?
I think it's a high-stakes game. You know, it's an intense game. This is a good opponent. They're already closing in the lead the Barons had here, so we're going to have to be on our feet tonight. We're going to have to be going hard tonight. Yeah,
Northridge currently down by 1. And there the Barons take those 2 points back, making a 3-point lead in the first quarter, 12-9, and the Barons have had a great start. Yeah, coming into this game, Northridge is 22-1, and the Barons 14-8. Northridge has had a tremendous season, and they've taken down tough opponents. The Barons likewise. The stats don't quite match up with how well they've been performing this season under Coach Irving. And we're very excited for a good game here. Now here we go, both teams ready to take the court, and Northridge looking to catch up to this lead. Now coming into this game, they're actually tied 50-50 in odds, and that's how people have.
Hey Romeo, how are you tonight, man? I'm just giving Wyatt a little chance to go do some tech work real quick.
All right.
Thanks for joining us tonight, running the switcher for us. It's an awesome night tonight. What do you think of this ball game so far, Romeo?
I think, like I said, you know, Wyatt asked me the same question. I said it's going good. It's a tight match already. Raiders made their comeback from the 5-point deficit they were in.
12-9. Palumbo put that up, but Palumbo did not get it to sink down. Raiders got the ball on the outside of the arch right now. Raiders going to continue to work the perimeter and into the paint. That's going to be a three-pointer the old-fashioned way there with the and one. Tough break. The Raiders making no doubt about it that they are the team to beat tonight, but the Barons are leading by 1. Romeo, it's just been a really, really quick game, and I do like that. You know, you get into the first quarter and you're up. Barons can't ask for a better start than this. Really, really going well for them tonight.
Yeah.
Glad to be back, Romeo. Just checking on the stream, and we're glad that people are able to catch up at home and tune in to this exciting game. Now, Northridge, they haven't put in stats all season. The only thing have been their wins and losses. So we're coming into this game fresh, not sure exactly what they're capable of against our Barons squad. But so far, they are playing well to keep this game neck and neck, and an exciting game it is. The stands are packed compared to how I've seen them before. There, ball goes Barons' way. Brady Vince is going to be sending it in. That was a great effort there by the Barons to block him out, and they're going to be headed up court now. Some two-man coverage there is getting some heavy pressure on Vince, and it looks like it's definitely a big part of their defense. Pebble with a great rebound there. He's able to get under the basket. He doesn't come away with the shot, but Barons are able to keep a hold of it. Pebble going up and off for 3. Northridge is able to pull it down. Trying to find their way to the paint, but Pebble's all over him. A nice pass there over the shoulder of Meinhardt and just right into the hands of number 40 and just slips that one in. Pebble trying to find his man. Almost a jump there. It looks like he would have gotten a travel, but he was just doing well to keep his feet underneath him. There, that ball's going to go out on north side, and the Barons are going to keep a hold of this ball game.
Yeah, 13-12. They're only down by 1. You know, Wyatt, it's going to be a great night for the Barons. They're just going to have to keep in this game as they continue to hang on to this game. I mean, you know, coming into tonight's game, obviously, Barons are an underdog. Barons get away right there with come away empty-handed. Raiders get in there coast to coast. Barons are going to come down with it. Cox wastes no time picking the rebound. He brings it up the floor. He's going to go to the basket, and he puts that up.
And that's a great effort there, finding that opening.
Barons back up by 1. Raiders waste no time to get it down.
Great awareness. He had his eyes up, and he saw that hole, and he just did it to perfection. Raiders
continue to work it away. They got a free throw. A nice three-pointer, but Braden Pepple's going to pick that up. He'll pitch it to Cox. They get it across the timeline. Barons swing to the top of the key. Pepple with the ball. He's going to reset. Vince with the ball. Barons taking their time with a 1-point lead.
We've got some high energy here tonight from both teams. And, I mean, it's been a while since we've been able to cover a boys' game. But they just look so fresh compared to how I've seen them in the past.
Penrod comes in hard, but he's going to pitch out to Vince. He tries to go baseline. He finds Penrod back underneath the game. They're going to swing it around the court. That is a drive and up, but it's going to roll over and out. Barons going to come away empty-handed. They lead by 1. Northridge with the ball. They're going to swing the outside. They've been cold from the three-point line, trying to go under. They're going to throw that one away.
Yeah, that's going to be in the hands of the cheerleaders as it goes off the side.
Yeah, that was going away. You know, it's tough tonight. Northridge not liking the calls, not thinking they're going their way, but I'll tell you what, the Barons have had great pressure so far and doing a really, really nice job holding Northridge accountable.
Cox headed down court. He's going to have a matchup against number 22, Hayden Gorball. He's 6'2", so there's a little bit of a height matchup here tonight as Northridge is coming in with some tall players.
Vince with the ball. He comes in. He's looking for an outlet pass. Northridge is going to get a hand on it. Yeah, there's no doubt Northridge has a little height advantage. They match up man-to-man. Tough call. Vince is getting in there. Tried to tie him up, but going to draw the foul.
Yeah, been coming in for the Barons. It's going to be Caden Rice and Schmidt.
Rice will match up well in tonight's game. He's strong. He's big. He likes to be in there and body him up. That's what we're going to need to do. We need to continue bodying Northridge up, trying to keep him out of the paint. They like to pitch into the paint and then kick back out for those threes. So far, the Barons have done a nice job adjusting to cover that up.
Yeah, and that's the only opportunity really they've left that's just free and open, those threes. Underneath the basket, Northridge has worked well, but they
kick him back out. Northridge will drive the basket. They're going to call a foul before. Quick elbow right there as I believe Rice tried to work his way out. No, it wasn't Rice. That's going to go on Cox. A quick elbow in there. Northridge will inbound underneath their own basket.
And that's a quick 3 fouls there for the Barons. They're going to watch it.
4 minutes to go. We got a timeout. We have a Northridge player.
A little bit of a pause there. He's headed out to his coach.
I think they had a little bit of blood, so they called the timeout. The referee has not asked them to sub yet. If they have to doctor him and the official decides it's not an official timeout, it'll have to be a coach's timeout. Coach is not going to call a timeout. They're putting him back in. Yeah, there you go. There comes the substitution. With the referee stopped for an injury, they've got to sub in. Here they go. Pepple will pick up a new Northridge player as he comes in, number 23, Jake Scholl.
That pass right there, almost straight into the hands of the Barons. They just let it slip, and now Northridge is going to head up to the line.
Yeah, this is a tough break because this is 5 quick fouls with 4 minutes to go. The Raiders are going to find themselves at the line a lot here. They have not fouled yet tonight. Excuse me, yet this quarter. 14-13. Barons lead by 1. That's going to tie this game up. 14-14. With us tonight, Claire Woodcox on camera left. We're at her. And Gavin Horde filling in tonight. Romeo Avila working the switcher for us tonight. And Wyatt Nepper doing some color with me tonight. Wyatt, thanks. He's going to rim that one off the front. We got a tie game 14-14.
Yeah, always glad to be here, especially for an exciting game like this, the last game of the season. It means a lot to the boys.
All right, Barons are across the timeline. Cox at the top of the key. Northridge has a lot of pressure.
Watching them there.
And Northridge takes it away.
They're really trying to get every part of their body in there, trying to block and tip that pass off into their hands. They're doing really well with
Barons
it so
still
far.
man-to-man. They continue to work around the outside with good coverage and help defense. Didn't get out there quite quick enough, but Schmidt's going to get a hand on it, but cannot hang on to it. Too hot to handle, and it's going to go out of bounds. Ball belongs to Northridge. Well, we're tied 14-14. 3:26 to go here in the second period. Northridge will inbound the ball, and it's a quick 3, and it is going to rim out. Barons do not block out, and they're going to get a second chance effort.
Yeah, the Barons were expecting to pull that down, and they just didn't give it their all. Northridge was ready for it.
That's a turn, and that one comes down. Cox with the ball. Northridge all over him. He makes the pass, but he's not going to get away. Northridge going to get a hand in there, and they're going to get called for the foul.
Yeah, it's going to be a lucky foul called. Brady Kohler coming in here for Connor Schmidt.
Brady Kohler into the game tonight. I think it's a great substitution for the Barons. Little senior leadership. See what he's got in there tonight. That ball's going to bounce out, but it's going to get touched by the Barons.
Yeah, that's going to be a quick turnover. 3 minutes to go, and Northridge headed up court. They've got a chance to get their own lead this game, as the Barons were earlier.
All right, Barons in the ball. We're tied at 14. Barons continue to double up. Great help defense, continuing to frustrate Northridge going inside right there. Great collapse defense. Northridge pitches it out for the 3, and that's going to bounce out. Rebound, Graydon Pepple.
A nice pass there by Pebble, sharp, and the Barons are able to keep a hold of it. Some heavy defense here from Northridge.
Northridge going to continue to put pressure on the Barons.
Yeah, they're not allowing any gaps there. It looks like
they're going to call
charging.
Yeah, they're going to call Penrod for the forearm right there. He kind of put a forearm to the chest of the Northridge player there, and going to get called for the foul.
That's going to send the Raiders straight to the. It's not going to send the Raiders straight to the.
Not an offensive foul. And here they go. Northridge with the ball. See, that Northridge has been good about that all year. Just turn and shoot in the paint. I mean, there's no doubt that Brady Scholl, he's 6'7". He's going to be difficult to guard in there. If they get that going in the paint, and then that was just a spot where the Barons did not get help defense in there as quick as they needed to get it. Nice pass inside. The Barons are going to go put that up. It's going to bounce free. Brady Scholl's going to bring down the rebound. Northridge with a 2-point lead. They get it across the timeline. 1:45 to go here in the first half.
Baron defense just leaving that opening, and they're able to get away with that screen and 3, and it is good. Raiders up 19-14, just tied up a little bit ago with Barons ahead, actually. And
that's a big switch right there. The Barons go down, come back empty-handed with that foul. And Northridge is able to screen out, put that 3 up, and extend the lead to 5 right there. That's 2 empty trips for the Barons. Just not what they needed right here as we finish out the first half. However, the Barons have had a really good half there. Up until 30 seconds ago, it's been a 14-14 ball game. Big shout out to all of our engineers, Wyatt Nepper and Gavin Horde tonight, trying to fix us up tonight and get us back streaming. Again, we apologize. We were having issues with our streaming platform earlier in this evening, and we know you missed the first quarter, so we do apologize for that. Do want to let you know we're bringing sectionals to you all week next week, so you can tune in on Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. We won't just be following the Barons. We'll be broadcasting Sectional 21 that is being hosted here at DeKalb High School. So tune into BTV and catch those games. Wyatt, you're going to be working some of those games, right?
Yep, I'm hoping so, and I'm hoping to stay in the loop of all the action happening here at the high school. There's a lot going on with boys basketball finishing out their season, and they're heading out against a county rival, Garrett, and that's going to be a big game.
Yeah, they came off Garrett last week, did pull out a win there, very comfortable win, but that was a tough game that first half. And so drawing them right out of the gate, again, going to be interesting for the Barons. And obviously we're going to follow the Barons all the way through to the championship game is our plan. But even if the Barons aren't playing, we're going to be bringing you those games on BTV on our YouTube channel. Cox with the ball. He gets it across the timeline.
Kohler's going to find one-on-one action. And what I've been seeing is that as soon as they try to break in through the three-point line, they just get two men on them. Now there's Scholl guarding under the basket.
He's going to draw a foul there. Really good job on Rice getting position there. And oh no, the foul's going to be on Rice.
And that's not making the Baron fans happy.
Yeah, I tell you what, I thought that was going the other way.
Coach Irvin not liking it.
Yeah, definitely not happy about it, okay? And fans still upset about it. Coach Irving's still upset about it. It looked like the officials were calling the foul on Brady Scholl, and when they marked it up, they marked it on Caden Rice. And not what anybody expected at that point. Or Graydon Pepple, I guess they marked the foul on, but I'm not sure why.
In big moments like this, though, the Barons are going to want to maintain their composure and keep their heads in the game.
Coach Irving's still upset about the whole thing. They're going to go ahead and
Northridge is going to head up to the line. They're going to take two shots.
They are sending them to the line, and I'm not sure exactly what happened there earlier.
They send it up, and good for one. Raiders up by 6. Getting some subs in and out. Northridge is going to have some fresh legs coming off this ball.
I'm not sure what happened here. I guess I've lost track as to why we're shooting two when it was the foul on the other end of the court.
There's a second. Brady Vince is going to be coming in for Kohler, and Cox is going to be the one taking it down court. No full court pressure. The Raiders have stayed back and let the Barons take some ground as it is, but they have been tight on defense. Cox making it past the timeline.
The Raiders have done a great job as they continue to run their defense tonight. They are doing nothing except making sure that they get it done. Vince back into the game.
Barely any holes. There's
right there
from Penrod in the corner. 17 to 21.
Back within 4. 21 to 17. The Barons needed that one to stay close and in contention.
And yeah, under pressure, that's a hard shot to make. Getting inside the paint, they're able to come up for 2. Trying to make it down court in the last 30 seconds. Not going to want to rush something here. They've got plenty of time to work a play.
Cox with the ball. He'll pitch to Vince. Vince with the ball. 16 seconds left to go. Vince going to drive in and picks up his dribble. Going to have to give it back.
10 seconds. And there's going to be a foul called, I believe.
Yeah, unfortunately a foul that doesn't really help the Barons, okay? Actually it helps Northridge more than anything because now the Barons have got to inbound. It's only the second foul on Northridge, and now they're going to let the Barons try to inbound. Not a bad play by the coach. He could burn 3 fouls right here and force the Barons to inbound 3 times.
5 seconds to go. They got to find their opening. That off pass.
Oh, that's a tough break. They're going to call a blocking foul there.
2
Again,
seconds to go.
not a bad foul because it doesn't cost Northridge anything there.
Barons here still scoreless on this drive, and they've only got 2 seconds as soon as they get it into the hands of one of their players.
Going to have to be a really quick turn and shoot here. Northridge doing a nice job into forcing the Barons into what's difficult here. Now we're down to 1.9. Here with a 6-point ball game, 23-17.
Barons got to get an open man. They've got to give them time to shoot. And that's going to end the first half.
Yeah, Cox had a valiant attempt there to try to pass it, but it obviously got tipped right there and didn't do what he wanted to. Well, I'll tell you what, not a bad half for the Barons. They were in this ball game all the way with a tie game. They're down to a 6-point game right now. And what's your assessment of this first half, Wyatt?
I think the Barons are playing very well. They're playing aggressive, and I mean, we can see that in the fouls, but I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing with how intense they're playing. It's always great to see that rather than them letting Northridge control the pace of the game. And they've really got to work their way and find a way past this Northridge defense, because overall they're not doing poorly on defense. They're stopping a lot of drives by Northridge, but they're just not converting very well on the offensive end.
Yeah, there's no doubt on the offensive end the Barons are going to have to keep attacking quickly like they have been. They're having a hard time getting into the paint down in deep, but we're going to make sure that if they can continue to do that, that'll be awesome. And then on the defensive end, they've got to get that block out happening. They cannot be complacent there. They have to block out, and they've got to make sure Northridge does not get that second chance opportunity. And it is difficult. Northridge's coming in there with a big height advantage, and so that's really, really, really tough. Really, really special stuff happening here at halftime. We had another state championship unified team. Just an incredible season here for those of you that don't know. Coach Fike Baker also just voted Auburn's Citizen of the Year for all her work she does with the unified program and all of the programs around Auburn, Special Olympics, education programs. She's involved in the community, so big, big shout out to her for being the Citizen of the Year. As they get ready to get their ring presentation, one of the things I think is really, really cool is this whole thing about unified and unified sports and what they are. Why don't you and Claire tell us a little bit about unified?
Hi, Wyatt.
Hey, Claire. Glad for you to join us. Unified, I mean, it's a really big program here in the high school. I mean, we see the banners all the time about the unified spirit, and I think it's just a great part of our culture. And at DeKalb High School here, we have so many people included in unified sports, whether it be football. Earlier this season, they won state, which was just incredible. And further, as they get on with basketball and everything they do, it just keeps expanding with so many different sports. We see track, bocce ball, so many things, and it's just amazing to see. It's one of our most successful programs. What are your thoughts,
agree, Wyatt, and I think it's super important to point out the leadership we have in our unified programs. Mrs. Carol Fike Baker was just named Person of the Year by our Mayor of Auburn, Dave Clark. I think that she does a wonderful job of making every student feel included and safe and heard, and I think that's a big part of why our program is so successful.
Yep, and I just love the diversity of who all is on the team. We see so many different people from so many different backgrounds, every grade, every single person just works so hard at it. And I mean, some people like Colton Schooley, he was a part of the unified football team.
He's a fan. He's a Barron super fan. He is.
Yeah, he's included in everything, and it's just great to see the diversity of. He's in unified football. He's out there cheering on every football game, every basketball game. He's down there right now.
I think we all need to be a little bit more like Colton Schooley.
Yeah, now he's doing the Little Mermaid.
He's just always here to support support his fellow Barons. I love to see that.
Yeah, there's Blake Smith. He comes on BTV every
Fishing
once in a while.
Fanatics, the great outdoors.
Yeah, great friend of Ethan. Got some great Barons coming in.
And I think it's great that not only do we have great people in charge of this program, but also they're being recognized during halftime, which is just awesome.
Yeah, but it's so important to recognize them at other sporting events because we may not always see them for this ceremony. Miles Dobson, another super fan, just like Colton School, he's always out there with them trying to spread positive vibes, and he's just such a great influence at our school.
I agree. Charlie Holbrook, another diverse student, you know. He football, show choir, unified, he does it all. And there's our guy, our dude, Colton Schooley. What can he not do? What's standing in his way, Wyatt? Nothing. That's
I don't know. Maybe taps.
Maybe taps.
And Little Mermaid if he's up to the challenge. Culbertson there coming across.
Sam Campbell, another member of BTV. What do you think of the crowd here today, Wyatt? Isn't it amazing?
It is. We see a great turnout for the last home game of the season, going into sectionals, which is also going to be at the high school.
I don't think I've seen this big of a crowd since the DeKalb, the homecoming game versus East Noble.
Yeah,
that one was amazing.
Definitely a big game.
Yeah. And I love to see it. I think it's really important to support not only your classmates, but see you have parents and alumni, and that's a big part of supporting your community, you know?
Yeah. Sammy, Charlie, Trinity coming across. Adrian Rom. Billy Thompson.
Emma Droles. So I think on the left side we have our players, and on the right are our cheerleaders. That's Unified Cheer, which is a program that's only been at DeKalb for about 4 years. Unified sports are relatively new at DeKalb, and I think that we're one of the main schools in Indiana that's gone so far to the state level, and we've really expanded them at DeKalb. You know, we have, like you said previously, there's flag football, cornhole. What else? You said there was bowling?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Bocce ball.
Bocce ball. I love bocce ball.
And we've got to give it up to all the coaches leading the charge and doing so well to just create this program from the ground up.
Look at Mrs. Carol Fike. She's the best.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's have one last round of applause for the state champion, Aaron Unified.
Once again, that's DeKalb's Unified Flag Football Team, state champions this year. I know there was a lot of heat coming into the season, a lot of passion because they recently, they've been so close in recent years with how in the state championship. I believe last year they were the runner-ups, and it's just been hard for a lot of the seniors, and they're just so excited to be here in this position.
This is our mayor of Auburn, Dave Clark, saying a couple words about our unified program. He's presenting the banner to the school.
Congratulations on another state championship.
Congratulations on another state championship, he says.
And so what I'd like to do on behalf of myself and the city of Auburn, I'd like to unveil the new 2025 DeKalb Bears Unified Flag Football Championship sign that will be going just south of the school and on the south side of Auburn.
Thank you, Mr. Dave Clark. Thank you, Mr. Dave Clark. I love to see that support from the crowd. It's just awesome.
This is where we need Gavin on his floor cam. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, Wyatt, there's 5 minutes left in this halftime. What do we think of the first half of the game?
Yeah, coming out, the Barons and the Northridge were just heading off right at each other. Both were playing really well, really aggressive. The Raiders were just able to capitalize on their strong defense. Anytime the Barons were getting inside the paint, or even close, not even inside the paint, inside the three-point line, they were just able to collapse in, get a 2-on-1, 3-on-1, and they just did so well to cover up any holes left for the Barons. And it's just such good basketball as the Barons head into the second half. They're going to need to find ways to just keep them on their toes and work their way inside the paint, just finding those openings and converting the basket, because they have such strength there. And a lot of times when they've been able to find their way into the basket and get their opponents just thinking about it, worrying about them there, then they open up and they're able to expand into their three-point shooting.
I really hope they can keep it up, and I hope that they come out on top this next half. You know who I miss, Wyatt?
Who?
Mr. Friels. I think we should get him back on the air.
Yeah, I love to hear Mr. Friels' voice.
I just wish Mr. Friels was on the air right now. Welcome, goodbye BTV. Welcome back, Mr. Friels.
Hi, Friels. You know, I don't think she wanted to be talking.
Claire, thanks for filling in right there. You did a great job talking about your fellow students. I really appreciate you working tonight, Claire. Doing a great job for us on the camera. Claire's also our student body president. We're really proud of her. She's also the lead in Little Mermaid. Wyatt, did you guys talk about that or not?
Just a little bit. We talked about Colton and how diverse he is.
It's going to be awesome.
Now he's going to be in the Little Mermaid.
Yep, we're really excited about that. So all of our students out here at DeKalb are really involved. You know, not only with our 27, I believe it is now, varsity sports in some way, but also over 60 different clubs and programs a student can be involved in. So we are thrilled for everybody that takes advantage of that and is part of DeKalb High School and Barron Nation in general. So, yeah, we're excited. Well, hey, 2:35 to go here, Barons. And the Barons have got to get 6 points back really, really quick. Wyatt, what's your quick assessment on what the Barons are going to have to do coming out of the locker room?
Well, like I was saying to Claire, they've just got to find ways. I believe once they're able to make it click inside the paint, if they're able to get around this defense and make some shots there, then they can usually get their opponents on their toes, and then they're able to work out just keeping them away from the ball, the defense, and just moving around, so then they can open up those three-point shots and just get some diversity in their game as they're moving the court.
Yeah, I think the number one thing the Bears are going to have to do here is be very proactive. They can't sit back on their heels and react to what Northridge is going to do, or they're going to find themselves behind the eight ball. Northridge all season has dictated the tempo of the game, and if they do that tonight, the Bears are going to have a hard time getting back into the game. However, if the Barons can come out and they can be the aggressor, if they can attack, they can get the ball in there, they can keep Northridge on their heels, I think the Barons can cut this down to a couple of point ball game right out of the gate here and hopefully get themselves with a chance to strike hard and win this ball game.
Yeah, nothing says it's been a bad half so far, Barron's only down by 6. I mean, I've seen much worse in the past, and they're playing a phenomenal game. They just got to step it up even better against this great opponent.
I was talking to Coach Irving this morning, and they went really, really hard the last 2 days. And this is what you want to do going into sectional. We're coming into a week next week where you got to play a 3-game week if you're going to get out. It's an 8-team sectional. So you've got a game that gets you into the semis, got to win the semis, get yourselves into the championship. The last thing you want to be doing is coasting, and they went hard the last 2 days, and it showed. They came out hard tonight, and they were prepared. So this gets them playing at a level that hopefully carries them into the sectional next week with a chance to walk their way through the bracket 1 game at a time. Both teams going to start the second half with their starting lineups. The band here in force tonight, even got a couple of alumni setting in and playing along with the band. Really, really kind of fun to see the alumni back for that. Also, really, really great crowd here tonight to support our Unified State Championship team. So kudos to everybody that took time out of their schedule from Barron Nation to join us here at the Barron Gymnasium tonight. All right, it'll be Northridge ball. They'll end 7:58 to go. We're into the second half. Barons are going to stay man-to-man. Now, we talked about this earlier. They're a little bit outmatched height-wise at a couple of positions. And so Northridge has been able to take advantage of that. That is not what they wanted, I'll tell you what.
Yeah, that's a great start for Northridge, and that's going to be scary for the Barons.
Yeah, Hayden Grable just stepped up there and just nailed that. Boom, all of a sudden turned it into a 9-point game. And, Barons, you were hoping to cut that down instead of let that get extended right there. But going to have to work the ball. Northridge also in man-to-man defense.
Trying to find that screen, but Northridge is just working around it so well.
Northridge changed up their defense here. They are at a much tighter man-to-man. They were kind of playing a man-to-man zone that first half there quite a bit, staying back a little bit. Rice gets his own rebound. Vince wants to put it up but can't. Going to pitch. It's going to go into Palumbo. Palumbo looks, but he has got a little height disadvantage coming up against. That ball's going to go up, no foul. Rice late to get up. He'll be the last man up the field, but he is up and moving. Northridge with the ball. They'll continue to move the ball around the perimeter. DeKalb stays in a man-to-man. They trail by 9.
Barron's able to block out that pass into the paint, and there's a good block. No foul called.
Vince, both bodies went up. Vince got a hand on the ball. Boom, no shot opportunity, no foul.
A great job by him, and that's going to give him just one more opportunity to try to catch up to this lead.
All right, it's Barron ball as they work their way up. Cox will get it across the timeline. Northridge still man-to-man. DeKalb trying to penetrate and pitch out. Rice on the penetration, boom, he looks to go up, and he does with the turn and spin. Rice will put 2 points in.
And he's just able to spin around, get inside of Brady Scholl's reach, and that was just a great effort by him to get away from the tall man.
Nice rebound by DeKalb.
Vince taking it down court.
He'll waste no time trying to get in there.
A little bit of a mismatch there, and that's going to be an off pass, and it's going to be Northridge ball.
Yeah, that was a tough pitch by Brady right there. Thought he was going to take a step left and didn't. Just kind of a misread. Barron's going to come away empty-handed, but they cut it to 7. Northridge will inbound. They got advantage there quickly. They're going to put up the 3, and it's going to bounce along. And Palumbo had the rebound, but doesn't hang on to it. Northridge tries to get in there. They're going to pitch left. They're going to go in deep to their big man who has wasted no time. He'll get the and 1. That's where they're going to really, really struggle tonight, DeKalb. They've got to get a guy in there. They did a nice job the first quarter of double teaming, collapsing, help defense. Call it what you want. But every time that he was touching the ball, Brady
Scholl is just killing it under the basket.
Yeah, and he didn't have an open look. And when he gets one-on-one like that, he's going to go and he's going to find room to shoot. Well, the Raiders will push it to a 10-point game here.
And
29-19.
And that's going to be an off pass. It's going to be out on the Barons, and that's just going to be another hit as Scholl's going to pass it in. Some of the first full court pressure I've seen all game. Caden Palumbo there trying to just get a steal or something past them. There's an open look, but it's going to be off the backboard.
They're going to call Brady Scholl over the back right there.
Barron ball.
That's only his first foul, so, well, actually, was that on him? They're calling it on 22, but I don't know why. It was definitely not Hayden Gorbel in there. I mean, that was a really miss call right there over the back. Here they go. Vince into the bucket, and he wastes no time.
He's just so fast under the basket.
I'll probably have to watch that replay. The refs might have got it right. I shouldn't say that about them. They usually do 99% of the time, I think. That's that turnaround ball right there.
Scholl's going to send that air ball to Penrod. They're going to work their way.
Palumbo's going to pitch, and Rice puts that up deep. Almost. Just off the front of the rim. That would have been a 5-point game if Rice could have drained that. Barron's trail by 8 right now.
Northridge sending that
Vince
up
with the ball again.
Vince.
He's going to go head-to-head. Vince will hold it up, and they will set. Vince looking for air. Rice puts it up again. He puts that one off the rim also. Boy, both of those opportunities had a chance to get the Barons back to within 5. Rice just couldn't quite drain it, but great effort getting the shot off.
Yeah, Cox missing that first one, and then Rice on the second.
Oh, Cox missed it. I thought Rice put that first one up.
Well, here we go, Northridge making it past the timeline. Too many openings without the Barons having anything to say about it.
Easy tip, rebound. Northridge gets the basket on the second effort. 31-21, we're back to a 10-point lead. Cox will go in and he'll pitch that up, but he is not going to get it.
Nope, and it's going to be Northridge ball. Down by 10. Vince is going to get subbed out for Pebble. Some great team leaders. They're trying to keep some energy up here.
DeKalb stays in man-to-man defense. That's what we see from most teams now.
There they go up, and there's going to be a foul call.
That's going to be a foul and 1.
Yeah, that's going to be called on Palumbo.
Palumbo saying he had his hands in the air, but just didn't quite get recollected, and boom, didn't go. It's a 12-point ball game. Make that 13. Northridge extends that lead.
And I believe that I haven't seen Northridge miss a free throw all night. Maybe I missed one.
First one of that one shooting 2 down here in front of us. I remember I'll be honest with you, I'm not marking them tonight, Wyatt. I normally do. But I am not getting time to mark them with all of our trouble at the beginning of the game. I didn't have time. There's the shot off.
Opening, and that's going to bounce out. Northridge is doing very well tonight at just pulling it down, getting the rebounds, whether it be Barron's or their own. A long 3 there from number 24. Hayden Johnson just nailing that one, and that's going to send the Barons to a timeout.
Yeah, that'll be a timeout. You know, the Raiders now step into their ball game, a 16-point lead. Not only are they getting it done defensively, not giving the Barons very much time to shoot, but they're also getting it done on the offensive boards. If it's not inside, it is outside. They've got it firing all cylinders all of a sudden once again. You know, this is no surprise. We knew Northridge was going to come in a good team tonight. We know, there's a reason they've got, 21 wins, Wyatt?
22-1.
22-1 this year. And so, you're coming up a really, really quality team. Good to see you. Well, our cheerleaders out there trying to drum up a little support for the Barons here.
Yeah, but the only common opponent that these two teams shared this season is Columbia City, the Barons losing and Northridge taking it.
Well, you look at those common opponents, and without a doubt, Northridge has been just rolling through their season right now. But, I mean, you take a look at their team and you take a look at, they've got 3 seniors, 4, 5 seniors on this team that have just playing and putting points on the board. So not only have you got height and not only have you got some ability, you've got some senior leadership on the field that's just a great place to be right now. So kudos to them, 22-1 this year. But hey, the game's not over. 16-point lead with 2:54 to go here. Bears continue to pitch inside. Nice pitch.
A couple sharp passes there, and Penrod under the basket is able to
really well done. Cox just saw that happen, and he gets the pass from Palumbo, and boom, boom, caught Northridge on their heels. Northridge with the ball. They'll continue to try to look inside, and they find him. Brady Scholl inside. He's one on. There you go for the help. They're going to find the empty man, who's going to come in and waste no time putting it up. Right-hand basket from the left side.
Yeah, doing a great job finding that lane, and Barron's here, making it past the timeline.
Again, the feed to Rice.
And there's going to be that foul called, and Rice is going to go up for 2.
Rice did get that finish. Too bad. It would have been a 3-pointer the old-fashioned way. So kudos to Rice for finishing out there. Didn't go in, but got it up and in. Got a chance to get a couple of more points with dead time. That's exactly what the Barons need. Every point they can get with the clock stopped is a bonus for the Barons tonight. And Rice will drain that one. He was in the gym shooting this morning, 7 o'clock when I walked by the doors. He was in the gym shooting. That's why right there. Puts another one in. That'll cut that Barron lead down to that Raider lead down to 14. Raiders with the ball. They put up another 3, and that one's going to be off the rim, but they'll get a long rebound there.
And they get another chance for 3, another long one.
I'll tell you what, Brady Scholl put that one up into the rafters, and it came down through the net. Raiders get the steal.
Some great ball handling as the Raiders are able to hold on to that. Brady Scholl ready for that pass in the basket.
44-25, 1:38 to go here in the third.
And we definitely see some senior leadership here by Brady Scholl, just making plays happen, and his team just killing it with assists. But there, Penrod up for 3, and that one's going to bounce out.
Doesn't get the fall. Pepple gets that, but I'll tell you what, a little too much bump there by Hayden Johnson, and he's going to get called for the foul. That ball's going to bounce out.
And here coming in for Penrod, it's going to be Meinhardt.
Vince will inbound the ball.
Trying to find his man. He gets it inside to Rice, but he's got 3 men on him. Brady Scholl just stripping that ball away, and he heads down court. 1:10 to go in this quarter.
Vince all over him. Scholl's got to give it up. Ridge continues to look down inside.
Scholl finding his way.
Waste no time putting it up. When you've got an extra 5 inches over every guy out there, it definitely gives you an advantage. And boom, boom, he's wasting no time putting some points up on the board. Less than a minute to go here in the third period.
Here we've got a sub for Northridge. Hayden Gorball coming in. Vince finding Rice. Trying to drive in, but they just find too heavy of coverage there underneath the basket. Pebble finding a screen there, but just doesn't shake his man. Sending it to Rice. Rice in the paint. Sends it up, but it is no good. Pebble's able to pull it down. Meinhardt not ready for the pass, and Northridge taking it down court. Slipping there, they're able to keep control. There's going to be a foul called. It's gonna be Northridge ball, Raiders. 3 fouls apiece in this third quarter, 12 seconds. And it looks like Northridge is going to have the last shot here unless the Barons are able to strip it away and get a quick run down court. Underneath the basket, they're able to get a couple shots off here. Barons just not able to stop it.
Tough break, though. You know, again, there, a little height disadvantage. Northridge with good position. Boom, boom, boom. They get second chance, third chance. Now they're going to get a fourth chance, bringing the ball inbound.
Yep, not much time here. They're going to watch it. They got to watch it underneath the basket with Brady Scholl there. They can't let him take a shot. And from the corner.
Yeah, definitely not how the Barons wanted to end that quarter. 25-46, Raiders now with a 21-point lead. You know, as far as the Raiders were staying in there,
I don't
it was
believe.
a great game. Hey, Wyatt, I'm going to turn it over here. I'd love you to. We got Charlie Holbrook with us today, and let's get a little interview. Charlie, why don't you tell little Wyatt a little bit about your ring, Charlie?
Yep, and I don't believe that Hayden Johnson shot there from the corner counted. But Charlie, yeah, tell us a little bit about this ring.
It's pretty cool. Yeah.
So what position did you play in Unified, and how did your season go? How did you feel about it?
Receiver. It was pretty good. It was a pretty good season. We ended up undefeated.
And why'd you end up getting into the Unified program? What were your interests there?
Well, it's a really cool thing what they do. They have a really cool opportunity for people who can't play football, so it's really cool. And as someone who's played football, it's really cool to see the difference between both Unified football and football itself. But yeah.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
And we're so excited for you. Are you going to continue on with this into other sports seasons?
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'm still debating on what I want to do, but yeah, we'll see what I choose.
Well, we're really proud of you and everyone on the team. We hope you all know it here at BTV. We really want to support all of you. And we weren't able to catch any games this past season, but hopefully next year we'll be able to just bring it out to a couple and catch a few games.
Yeah, no, totally. Thank you again.
Yeah.
Northridge and DeKalb back in action. Finding Brady Scholl under the basket. It's going to slip out of his hands, and it's going to be Barron's ball. Barron's down by 21. Vince is going to be sending it in for the Barons. Cox.
Well, the Barons still with their starters in. They trail by 21, 46-25 here in the fourth quarter. See if they can make a run at it right here. The pitch. Rice going to try to get inside. No, Penrod puts that up. 2 points, 29-46.
That's a nice floater there.
27-46.
And here Northridge is going to have their chance to combat it.
Well, you know, you want your guys to play against good quality opponents, so this is good practice. Anytime you've got an opponent, it's better than practicing against yourselves at practice. So without a doubt, every possession here hopefully is making the Barons better, getting them ready for sectional. That's what we're after. If they can just continue to improve, get ready for that Tuesday night game against Garrett, that rematch that everybody's talking about.
Yeah, there's going to be a foul called. It's going to be on Rice. I thought it was all ball, but it just didn't turn out that way. Scholl's going to send it up, going to miss the first. And him missing a couple free throws could be very helpful to the Barons. Scholl putting up for the second, and he drains it, up by 20. Penrod taking it here. Barons trying to move it around. Vince finding my heart underneath the basket, but just some heavy pressure there. Vince able to make his way under three-man pressure. He fights them off. Once again, able to pull it down underneath the basket. There's another two. A quick 4 points by Vince. He's really adding to this Barons steamroller.
cut the lead to 16. Barons continue to put pressure on.
There's going to be an up. No 3 called there. And
for some reason, they're saying it wasn't possession there. I do think that was over and back, because the Northridge player tipped it back, but they would say he didn't have possession, I guess.
And Northridge is going to walk away there with 2 points. Now some confrontation there between a ref and Coach Irving.
They're going to call him timeout to talk about it right now. The referee is trying to explain why it wasn't an over and back call, and they just teed up Coach Irving.
And
you can inbound into the back court, but that ball was inbounded and then tipped all the way to the back court, and possession never changed. So I'm not sure Coach Irving doesn't have a nice qualified argument there.
yeah, but walking away from that, Northridge gets one of their 2 free throws, and the Raiders are going to pull away with a 19-point lead. And they're going to have possession following that. Vince really trying to get the steal there, trying to get momentum back in their favor.
Northridge not in a hurry to score here. Continuing to working the ball hard.
There's a 3, a nice open shot there, and
obviously they're going to take the open
able
ones.
to nail it. Penrod trying to drive in, but he's just not able to get past Scholl. A slip of the hand there, and Northridge walks away. Up for 3, but it is going to be out.
Barons get caught looking at it. Can't track it down. Tough bounce off the rim there. That would have been a hard rebound for anybody to get. Great effort with the Barons are working really, really hard here. They've just come up against a buzzsaw that is just able to put points in the paint up and points outside the arch.
Finding a jumper there. That one floats in, 55-31. Vince taking it down court again. Sending it underneath the basket.
Job.
And alley-oop there.
Great play, and the catch by Rice, who puts it up in the air. Just a quality play there. Really, really well done by Cox and Rice. Both of them a nice job right there.
Heavy pressure there. Northridge is able to get.
It's going to bounce in.
2.
And that'll be an and 1, 3 points the old-fashioned way.
Caden Palumbo now stepping in for Brady Vince. Some frustration getting let out down there as he steps out the court. Just putting in all that he has. It's just been a hard game. And there, Brady Scholl adding to the worries as he sinks another free throw, 58-33. Cox finding Palumbo there. Working around the outside of the three-point line. That one just comes off the rim into the hands of Scholl. He's able to rebound so much. That one sinks, swims around the rim, and a foul's going to be called. It's going to be Northridge ball again after they get another 2 points, making it 60-33. Scholl stepping up to the free throw line.
Okay, well, hey, Coach is going to bring a few seniors in. Paxton Woods coming into the game tonight. He's actually a junior, 6'2", but going to get him a little playing time here tonight. Barons trail by 27 with 4 minutes left, so Coach has got a few kids coming in here, going to get them a little court time.
Yeah, and Woods getting that rebound there. Barons are working their way, trying to find some sort of opening left by the Raiders. And Palumbo trying to find that with a 3, but it just comes off. Scholl downstairs, and he's able to get a dunk there.
Yeah, there's no ifs, ands, buts about that. He slammed that in. And Coach Irving calling a quick timeout there to get some subs into the game. It's a 29-point ball game. You know, and the big question here is, I admire Coach Irving. He's putting some guys in there that need some playing time, going to give them a chance. Will Northridge follow suit? Will they send their starters back onto the floor or not? It looks like they're making some substitutions also. So I do appreciate that both coaches have decided to, maybe give some guys some playing time that deserve it here.
Yep, Kohler's going to pass it into Greenlee there. And Barons headed down court. Finding Malachi Webb at the top of the key. Woods inside the paint. That one just chips off the front of the rim.
Just a little short. That's just a few nerves here coming right out of the gate, but can't quite get it off.
An off pass there goes into the hands of Paxton Woods, and Barons are able to take control here. There's going to be a foul called.
That's only the second foul on the Raiders, so nobody's going to be headed to the line to shoot. You know, 3 minutes to go here. You've got a 29-point lead. Both these coaches, like we said earlier, getting some playing time. And you also don't want to take a chance of getting somebody hurt going into sectional week, right? You know, it's the Friday night before a really big week. Paxton Woods into the basket. Oh, he puts that up, but just cannot finish it.
He's going to be able to draw the foul, though, right. And he's going to be able to shoot his 2 here. Get some points on the board for this game.
Well, it's like we always say, if you can get a few points while the clock stopped, that's what you want, especially when you're behind.
There he puts 1 in. And there he gets the second.
Both. 62-35.
Raiders there taking that 3, but there's going to be a travel call.
A little travel there, a little extra step. Realized he was open. Too bad the basket went in for him. Would have been a nice varsity point for him.
Trying to shake off their men. Woods under the basket. There he's able to get 2.
Goes up, puts another 2 in.
Yeah, not bad from him underneath the basket. Northridge not afraid to hold the ball a little bit, shake some time away. But there they work their way into the paint, and that one's going to be off.
Nice turnaround and block out. Couldn't quite hang on to it, but it looks like there's going to maybe be a foul on their play.
Yep, Kohler's going to be the one passing it in.
Great to see Peyton Greenlee out there getting some time. He's been working hard all year.
Della for a long three, but that one's going to head off the rim. Northridge able to pull it down. Had a look there, but they just didn't take it.
A minute 30 to go here. Color with the ball. He'll drive in. He puts it up and going to bounce it in.
And he's going to get 2 there. Barron's doing well to put in a last-minute effort here. Underneath the basket, a 2-on-1. Barons are able to pull away from it.
Yeah, I mean, it was a 30-point lead, and they've got it down to 23. Geller pitches it to Color. Color goes 1-on-1. He puts his head down. He's looking to go hard. Tried to get Greenlee the ball.
And the Barons do well there, just managing it and keeping their feet under them. Malachi Webb shooting for the 3, but that one's going to go off the rim. Woods almost walking away with that rebound. Some great athleticism from him. And Northridge is going to step out of bounds. Barons are going to walk away with it. 15 seconds to go.
15 seconds to go. Here they go. Will the Barons try to get one more basket? They've cut it to 23. Greenlee with the ball.
There's going to be a slip of the hands.
Go out of bounds. 2 seconds left to go here. Well, we want to thank everybody for tuning in. Again, we apologize for getting on late to you today. We're glad we got our streaming things worked out before next week. We hope to see you for sectional action on Tuesday. 2 games coming at you. And 2 games again on Wednesday. Semis on Friday. Pardon?
Yeah, that's going to end the game 62-39.
So we hope to tune in next week and catch the Barons in action against Garrett for a rematch. Wyatt, not a lot to say tonight after this game. Barons just couldn't stay with them. Ridge, the Raiders are going to go home 23-1, and there's a reason they're 23-1 this year.
Yeah, they had a great game tonight, just attacking the Barons head on, and you said it all, they couldn't keep up.
Well, kudos to the Barons. From all of us here at BTV, we hope you come see us during sectional. And we are signing out, but we hope to see you Tuesday.